God. If this man isn't the one, at least let me dance till I sweat.
Would you like to dance?
I love to.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the rom-coms from the 1990s that have stood the test of time.
Just shut up. You had me at hello.
Number 10. The Wedding Singer. Say what you will about some of Adam Sandler's misses. When he hits big.
You're the wedding singer.
Yeah. How you doing? I'm Robbie.
I'm Julia.
The Wedding Singer is the perfect example of this. It's got loads of laughs, and he and Drew Barrymore have a chemistry that makes their love story believable and relatable.
You know, can I say something? Yeah, I deal with a lot of people, but you two look truly happy. You're gonna make it. I know, believe me.
How do you know?
It's no wonder they worked on more films together after that. For one thing, their characters Robbie and Julia have an amazing rapport. Plus, the story, about a wedding singer and waitress who fall for each other despite her engagement to another man, is filled with heart and laughter alike.
It could be so nice growing old with you.
As a result, sentimentality brings a smile to our faces every time we press play. Number 9. Groundhog Day. There was tension on set during the filming of Groundhog Day. Indeed, there was conflict between director/co-writer Harold Ramis and star Bill Murray over the story's tone.
On me in 3, 2, 1. This is one time where television really fails to capture the true excitement of a large squirrel predicting the weather. I, for one, am very grateful to have been here. From Punxsutawney, this is Phil Connors. So long.
Okay.
We don't know who was in the right, but the true winner of the argument was the audience. You might think a movie about a guy having to relive the same day over and over again would get repetitive, but no.
I'm not going to live by their rules anymore.
Sure, like Murray's character Phil when he's caught in the loop, we now know what's going to happen. But rather than diminish the viewing experience, it actually makes us enjoy it even more.
What are the chances of getting out of town today?
The van still won't start. Larry's working on it.
Oh, wouldn't you know it? Can I buy you a drink?
Not only that, you can't deny the film's legacy. Nowadays, the term Groundhog Day is synonymous with repeated events or déjà vu experiences. Number 8. Reality Bites. We'd say it's ironic that Reality Bites made the list, but like Winona Ryder in the movie, we aren't exactly sure how to define it.
Irony. It's a noun. It's when something is ironic. It's, well, I can't really define irony, but I know when I see it.
We're joking, of course. What we do know, though, is that Reality Bites, about disillusioned youth, is often dubbed a seminal Generation X rom-com. That's a generation that was largely seen as wanting to chill at the time.
One of these mornings I'm gonna wake up before noon and...
Yeah, right.
One reviewer described them as not seeing, quote, any point in getting all bent out of shape and over-ambitious. If you think about it, millennials and Gen Z get accused of being lazy in the same way. So while the music and clothes might have changed, Reality Bites still speaks to audiences today. Number 7. There's Something About Mary. There's something about this movie. Anyone who's seen it will tell you that it's inappropriate and gross, with boorish humor seen in things like the, well, non-traditional hair gel.
Is that a hair gel?
Yet this 1998 Farrelly Brothers film manages to elevate itself beyond a dumb, gross-out comedy. The tale of Cameron Diaz's Mary and the guys who want to date her instead strikes a unique balance between the rom and the com.
You know, maybe you should just, move down here and marry me.
This allows it to stand out as one of the genre's most memorable offerings in the 90s, and it hasn't lost its spunk. Years later, Ted and Mary's relationship still works. So does the outrageousness in many ways.
A 1, and 2, and
We got a bleeder!
Some bits will simply never not be funny. Number 6. Pretty Woman. At first glance, one might not think a sweet, family-friendly rom-com about a rich man falling in love with a sex worker would work.
What is your name?
Edward?
Edward? That's my favorite name in the whole world.
No.
I tell you what, this is fate, Edward. That's what this is.
We especially doubt many would have bet on it becoming one of the most successful romantic comedies of all time. But that's exactly what Pretty Woman did, and here we are over 30 years later still talking about it. But it's more than just discourse, we're also still watching the movie and loving the way it allows us to get lost in the love conquers all fairy tale dream of it.
I had a good time.
Me too.
How many of us hope someone will romantically climb up our fire escape every time we play it on screen? There's no shame in it.
So what happened after? He climbed up the tower and rescued her.
She rescues him right back.
Number 5. Jerry Maguire. It's been over 25 years since Jerry Maguire came out, yet when the time comes to pick something to watch today, we can often be heard yelling, "Show me the movie!"
Jerry, you better yell! Show me the money!
It had us at hello in 1996, and nothing has changed. It's a perfect rom-com, while also managing to be a sports and buddy flick. It also gives us a chance to see Tom Cruise doing something different than his now classic action movies.
Oops.
We get butterflies in our stomach as we see the titular sports agent pave his own career path, while also finding and fighting for love. Not to get overly sentimental here, but Jerry Maguire, you complete us.
I love you. You complete me.
Number 4. As Good as It Gets. It has an 86% Rotten Tomatoes score and received an Oscar nomination for Best Picture. Basically, As Good as It Gets is almost as good as it gets when it comes to 90s rom-coms.
So afraid you're about to say something awful.
Don't be pessimistic. It's not your style.
Smartly written and character-driven, it's a mature and adult offering that still stays true to so many classic themes of the genre. That's why it remains a pick that's recognizable and comforting. We'd also be remiss not to mention Jack Nicholson as Melvin, a man with OCD who falls for Helen Hunt's single mom Carol.
Not that you're ugly. That's not what I'm saying.
Easy, easy, pal. I can take the compliment, but my knees start knocking when you turn on the charm. Full blast.
They didn't both win acting Oscars by accident. Their characters are complicated and their journey is by no means easy, but we root for them as much now as we did back then.
You make me want to be a better man.
Number 3. 10 Things I Hate About You. Shakespeare is timeless, so it only makes sense that a classic teen rom-com based on a play by the immortal bard would be one that still got it. 1999's 10 Things I Hate About You sets the taming of the shrew in high school, bringing us all the rom-com tropes we want. There's everything from the grand gesture to the climactic declaration of love, as the cynical cat, portrayed brilliantly by Julia Stiles, finds romance.
I hate it when you're not around and the fact that you didn't call. But mostly I hate the way I don't hate you. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Not even at all.
Let's be honest, those things never get old. Also, for many, the movie was a first introduction to Heath Ledger.
I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to on the lonely night, I love you, baby.
For that reason, and many others, it will always hold a special place in our hearts. Number 2. You've Got Mail.
You've got mail.
Yes.
Those are very powerful words.
Yes.
In this day and age, when meeting online is commonplace, there's something almost prescient about You've Got Mail. Though dial-up is a thing of the past, the concept is one many of us can relate to today, maybe even more so than we did back in 1998.
Do you think we should meet?
Add to that the hidden identities and enemies to lovers plot between the owners of rival bookstores, one is a chain, one is a small local spot, and you get a winning formula. Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan together is just the cherry on top, with their charm bringing the whole thing home.
Mr. 152 felony indictment.
Mr. 152 insights into my soul.
We just have one more thing to say to You've Got Mail. You've got it. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Notting Hill. It's quaint, it's cozy, it's charming. What more could you want?
And don't forget, I'm also just a girl. Standing in front of a boy. Asking him to love her.
My Best Friend's Wedding. No need to say a little prayer. This tale of love, friendship, and growth still holds up.
Forever and ever, you never will part. Oh, how I love you together. Forever, that's how it must be to live without you. Would only be heartbreak for me.
Sleepless in Seattle. We'll always stay up to watch fate win.
Shall we?
Clueless. Everything from the outfits to the slang to the plot is iconic.
Then suddenly... Oh my god. I love Josh. I am majorly, totally, but crazy in love with Josh.
While you were sleeping, we don't ever want to sleep through the heart and hilarity on display here.
This way?
This way.
What was that? Is that my pants or my muscles?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. 4 Weddings and a Funeral. No one saw 4 Weddings and a Funeral coming.
I'm pretty sure I can resist you. You're not that cute.
Sorry. Yeah, great.
We're sure the folks making it thought it was good and hoped it would do well, but we can't imagine anyone dreamed that this movie, made for a little over $4 million, would see a box office haul of over $245 million. Did we mention it also got a Best Picture Oscar nomination? It's easy to see why.
In short, to recap in a slightly clearer version, in the words of David Cassidy, in fact, while he was still with the Partridge Family, I think I love you.
We laugh and cry as we navigate these friends' loves and lives with them, being served all the feels a romantic comedy should provide. Needless to say, we aren't surprised that everything about this gem of a rom-com remains worth watching.
And do you think not being married to me might maybe be something you could consider doing for the rest of your life?
What's your favorite 90s rom-com that still holds up? Let us know in the comments.
I was thorough when I looked for you. And I feel justified lying in your arms. Because I got here on my own terms.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.